Okay, let's find out. Anybody that's out there protesting or rioting, if you're not one of the ones being paid by an organization and you're doing it thinking you're doing the right thing for the right people for the right reasons, and you want to know facts and the truth, I have some for you. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's white people's fault, it's black people's fault. I don't get into that bullshit. This whole thing is not about race. That's where things went sideways. That's what this organization wants you to think it is, because that's what they're good at. Division. They find the differences where they can fan the flames, keep it going until the economy starts crashing. But it's not a race thing, it's a constitutional thing. We need the rights back in full effect as written and protected by that. That's what we need to fight for. Our rights have turned into privileges. You want to have a protest? You're right to. We're going to need you to buy a permit. We're going to need you to pay the extortion fee so you can have a protest. You want to go fishing? Okay. We're going to need you to pay the extortion fee for that license. Hunting? Yeah. Permit. Everything you do, protected by the Constitution, is regulated as a privilege. Everything they can do to take away. But what they do, this organization plays with numbers. When I was growing up, and anybody 50 years old or older should know this. I grew up in the 70s, 80s, 90s. Up until sometime in the 90s, almost everything on the news, every night, was always crimes by black people. Black man robbed a liquor store, shot the clerk. Black man raped a woman. Black man killed somebody. Black man drugs. It was black, 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 non-stop all the time. What I saw in life was different. What I saw on the news was one thing, but life didn't reflect what the news was saying. Totally different. The liberal left owns the media. They control that. So now, if they want something done, they'll take anything that happens, depending on what they want. But let's look at George Floyd. A lot of the people killed by cops, a lot of the blacks killed by cops, you never hear about. Most of them are done, in confrontations with people that's already committing crimes. But even if the person was completely innocent, which a lot of them are, a lot of white people that's killed by cops are innocent. They haven't done anything. They're not armed, but they get shot. Why is it all of a sudden they'll take one situation and blow it up and just keep on and keep on and keep on and keep on? This organization knew they could get a rise out of you. They get you protesting. While you're protesting, and rightfully so, they kind of slip in, get into the mix, and then start causing damage. And guess who the news says or shows is doing all the damage? The black people in that community. Everybody looks like, oh look, the black people are burning their own city down. They're burning their community. Well, no. Why would the people live there burn their own community? Burn their own stores? Make more people jobless? It's not how it works. The people that believe blacks are thugs and whites are all racist are victims of media indoctrination. They haven't figured out yet that the media controls that. As soon as you understand that, the better off. In real life, how is your interaction with people of other races? Mine's pretty good. People I work with, we get along well. Our life don't reflect the stuff that the news says at all. I'm going to give you some numbers. And these numbers show that number one cause of crime is poverty. There's quite a few people in the ghetto, in the projects. Who has kept you there? Decade after decade. Who has promised to make things better and never do? Decade after decade. I'm going to help you out with some of that. Hopefully I still have some of you listening, because, the news wants to make most black people out to be, not that bright. I know better. I know too many people that are black. They're smart. So I don't follow that garbage either. So nobody can come to me with some racist bullshit. My mind's not controlled by the media, by the news, by all the garbage that's going out there. This was a study done over 2018. It was done 2018 and up until October 3rd, 2019. Black household income is rising across the United States. Areas in the West and South recorded significant increases in black median household income. San Francisco and Seattle saw the highest jump at 30%, or 30% more in 2018. Employment rates jumped anywhere from 5.5% to 12.5% on average. In 2018, most metro areas registered increases in black median household income exceeded those for white households. 1 out of 5 black men make it to the third tier of upper middle class. That's 1 out of 5. All right. Now, as far as cops killing, this is over a period of 2013 through 2019. Obama era, Trump era. Trump gets a lot of blame for George Floyd, but if the blame's going to be laid on him, it's going to be laid on Obama equally. It's if you can't look at it that way, then you're not wanting the truth. Cops kill nearly 1,000 people per year on average. 45% are white, 23% are black, 16% are Hispanic. 54% were armed, and in 2015 there were 50 million interactions. Out of 50 million interactions, 900, almost 1,000 people were killed out of 50 million. And you think of all the gangs and the drugs and everything else that goes along with that. Out of 50 million interactions, how many interactions involve drugs and gangs? You add drugs, gangs, and cops, somebody's getting shot almost every time. And the odds of being killed by a cop, by the way, there's 800,000 law enforcement agents or law enforcement officers in the United States. 800,000. I don't remember what the math was on that, but 800,000 cops out of 1,000 killings, you're looking at 0.00, I think it was 3 zeros, 7. But the news wants you to believe the cops are out there just killing everybody. But they'll pick one person out of however many and make it look like they're just mowing everybody down. Only killing black people. No, they're killing white people and Hispanics too. 2019, 199 million white people, 59% of the population, had a 0.000005% chance of being killed by a cop. 64% of the population, 64.8 million Hispanics, and 19% of the population had a 0.00000055% chance of being killed by a cop. 41.5 million blacks, 12% of the population, 0.00000035% of being killed by a cop. And this was an interesting number that I found. Between 1980 and 2008, 45% of arrests are white, 52% of the arrests were black, 84% of the white arrests were white on white crime, 93% of the black arrests, 93% of the black percentage was black on black. So most of the crimes being committed are of the same race. Understanding that politicians will use numbers however they can, and they manipulate the numbers. I can give you a good run on those too. They manipulate the numbers depending on the agenda. What do they want? Well, why is more blacks arrested than whites? Well, it's not that there are more blacks arrested than whites. It's the population of blacks is a lower percentage than whites. But it's the poverty, it's the projects, the ghetto It's, like I said, who has been keeping you there? Who won't let you out of that? Your income was rising. There was more opportunity. By December, we're all through 2019. The economy was going good. The Democrat Party was on life support. What happened? We had this, I can't say what it was because my video get deleted, like all the other ones have. But all of a sudden everybody had to go on lockdown. Well, started tanking the economy, didn't it? Then the news media and the liberal left started talking about how it's Trump's fault. Trump's economy is in the dirt. Well, everybody started getting tired of that whole thing and started coming out of it. They started going back and they started living. George Floyd happened. All Trump's fault. Here goes the media and the liberal left again. All Trump's fault. Why in the world, months away from Trump's reelection, why in the world would he try to destroy his chances of reelection? One of the proudest things, or one of the things that he was the most proud of so far in his presidency, was the lowest unemployment in history for blacks. The most opportunity for blacks. More money going into the inner cities for blacks than any other president has ever done. Those are facts. If you're going to be out protesting and burning the city, at least know the facts. But these people that are telling you this are controlling your mind. The same people that have kept you in the corner for decades. The Constitution has been abused by politicians. All of us have been violated by political legislation and regulation and everything else that they can do. The reason why is to pin us down more and more, take more and more rights. The more rights they take away, the more they can control us, the more control they have of us, the more they can put us in jail, everything else. Steal more money from us. They stole a shitload of money from us last year. But they use you. This organization has been trying to bring down the United States since the 60s. Communist Party USA, look them up. They split in the 60s. Half of them wanted to go ahead and try to take over the United States, but the other half knew better. We had the Second Amendment here. They couldn't have won. So what they wanted to do was infiltrate the Democrat Party, slowly grow like a cancer in it, take it over, and do it that way. Well, abracadabra. Here we are. Why do you think that they want socialism so bad? It doesn't take, everybody's got a daggone phone. Google socialism. Google Venezuela. Venezuela was one of the richest countries in the world just a few years ago. I work with some guys that are from Venezuela. Their family's eating out of dumpsters because they can't afford, wherever food is, they can't afford it. So you go from slavery to being free to now you're helping these people destroy a free nation that belongs to you to put you back in slavery. Please look into this stuff. Don't take my word for these numbers. Look it up. All I want to do is help people see. If you want to stop focusing on race, and you want to change the laws that give people too much overreach, too much power over you, and get those rights back, stop looking at race. It ain't race. Why do they want to tear down every statue in the country? Doesn't matter who it is. Yeah, it started off with the Confederacy. Once they get y'all riled up, every statue, every monument is fair game. It's to erase your history. Within a few generations after that, your descendants won't even know anything about slavery, which makes it a whole lot easier to put them back in slavery because they won't know any different. Keeping that stuff in the forefront is how you remember things. We'll never go back there. This organization is using every black person they can pull in to destroy yourself. I just want you to look into it. Look into it before you go destroying any more of your towns and your cities. When you see these groups coming in, they're wanting to destroy your community, destroy them. They're part of the problem. They're the biggest part of the problem. And the last thing is, Black Lives Matter. I'm sure it started out a noble cause. I'm sure it started out a heartfelt, noble cause. This organization saw opportunity right there. There's no doubt in my mind that's when they took it over. If Black Lives mattered to Black Lives Matter, they would be putting money into black communities. They would be helping rebuild and help clean up these stores that have been destroyed. They would be helping stuff in the inner cities. But you know where all that money goes? To the rich white Democrats. And there's some black ones in there. And don't think just because you got somebody black in office, they're on your side. They're just as dirty as the white ones. You think I look at somebody white that's in office and think they're on my side? Hell no. They're the ones passing a law stripping me of my freedoms. It's not just me wanting to get those freedoms back, make politicians responsible for what they do. That's the same thing you want. It's just somebody else is telling you it's racial. It's not racial. They're keeping your mind off of where it started. I need you to help me, help you, help me. We need each other. Let's look at the real problem. Let's fix the real problem. If you want to go fix the real problem, I'm all game. But I'm not joining any kind of racial. That's just stupid. That's people. That's a division. That is to destroy the country. Keep you divided. That way you're not focused on. You don't look at politicians. Pay attention to the shit they do. But your liberal Democrats, that's who's kept you in poverty for several generations. That's who just put you back in there. The opportunities that you had, the income that was rising among the black community was stripped away from you by the Democrats. But you still follow them. Start researching what Trump has done. The things he did, and he's done it by himself. He ain't had any help, especially from the Democrat Party. But he has fought and fought and fought to bring jobs back to this country, to give everybody opportunity. And it was going good. It was going too good. The Democrat Party had to change. And there ain't nothing the Democrat Party won't do. They'll kill whoever to try to regain that power. Let's help each other. Get off the race bandwagon. Y'all take care.